Welcome to From the Heart Friday with me, Jessica Brigden of JessBCreativeCardiology. Hello, hello, happy Friday. Happy August 22nd, 2025. Today, you get to celebrate with me. Today is my 19-year Stampiversary. That's my stamping anniversary. Today, I am celebrating 19 years as a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator. And who would have thought when I attended my first party and bought my first stamp set that here I would be 19 years later doing YouTube videos and classes and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I'm excited for you to join me today. In honor of my Stampiversary, I am gifting you a free class. We are going to make a card class trio. That's 3 cards using the Celebratory Sips Sweet Collection. This is a fun collection. I can't hold all the elements in one hand, but we have the Cheers and Stips Stamps and Die bundle. We have the Glass and Garden Embossing Folder Duo. We have the Holographic Resin Dots. We've got, of course, the star of the show, the Designer Series paper, the Celebratory Sips Designer Series paper. And we've even got some fancy ribbon in here too, which I think I just used on my package. So I've got a brand new package here. This is the mesh ribbon. It is gold striped mesh ribbon. Let me see here. I think I've got some that I plan to use for a project. You see, it's got sparkles. Hello, hello. All right, thank you so much, Luann. Thank you. And my hubby popping in to say happy Stampiversary as well. 19 years, that's a long time. I was 25 when I bought my starter kit. You do the math. David had no idea. Maybe he did, and that's why when I first joined, he was not overly thrilled. But as the years have gone on, we've enjoyed 10 different stamping excursions, trips together. We've met so many amazing people from all over the world, and it's really been quite a journey. So I was thinking of a way, what do I do? And so I thought the Celebratory Sips collection was the perfect for celebrating, right? So we're gonna make 3 cards. And the best part is, all right, so you get to enjoy the class today. But there's another thing. I'm this close, all right, within $900 of reaching my $400,000 Stampin' Up! Sales milestone. $400,000 of stamps, ink, and paper. I am this close, all right, $900 away from reaching that $400,000 stamp milestone. I would love to reach that and celebrate my Stampiversary at the same time. So my gift to you, all right, we're gonna make these projects together. If you would place an order in my Stampin' Up! Online store, all right, the link is in the video description. You can visit jessb.stampinup.net. You can go to stampinup.com and put me, Jessica Brigden, in the search bar. All right, you'll see my picture. All right, I will gift you the supplies to make these cards, all right, so that you can have the whole kit ready to go. Just pop these together. All right, I will gift you the supplies to make these cards, all right, if you place a $75 order. If you place a $100 order, I will also include a free pack, a full pack, all right? So the kit will include just enough dots to make the cards. If you place a $100 order, I will also gift you a full pack of the holographic resin dots. All right, so $75, you'll get the card kit, $100, you'll get the card kit and the resin dots, okay? So the catch is you need to place your orders by Tuesday, okay? So I'm giving you Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 5 days to place your orders. Stampin' Up. David and I leave for our actual anniversary. It'll be our 24th wedding anniversary. All right, so we leave for vacation next Thursday. All right, that gives me Wednesday to finish prepping and pop these kits in the mail to you. On top of that, you place your order. I've also got the new mini catalogs. All right, they just came in a few days ago. So I will include your mini catalog with your card kit. All right, if you place your order by Tuesday so that I can mail it to you on Wednesday before we leave. All right, so that's my commitment to you, is to, on top of all the other stuff I've got going on here before we leave, I will mail you an awesome celebratory Stampiversary card kit before I leave. So you probably want to see the cards more than just a little tease, right? All right, so let's flip the camera. All right, and we'll get started. So thank you to those of you who, before I flip, I know I said I'm gonna flip. All right, I just wanna say thank you, because 19 years is a long time to be in any kind of business, especially here in the Stampin' Up! Direct sales business. All right, and so I just thank you so much for those of you who have shopped with me over the years, those of you who have been supporting my channel, supporting my business, right? Because I would not be able to do this, right, without those orders. So thank you. I hope you like, subscribe, right? That's another way you can do that. You can support my channel here, like, subscribe, share my video content. Interacting with it helps too. So just thank you. And I look forward to the big 2-0 next year. All right, let's get started. Okay, here we go. So you can see our Celebratory Sips products here. All right, we've got the gorgeous designer series paper, the stamp set, the duo of embossing folders, and these are narrow, so these also will fit through the mini cut and emboss. All right, and then we've got our ribbon. Did I tell you it was sparkly? Woohoo! All right, and the holographic dots. All right, so these are the products that we will be working with today. All right, if you're wondering where these are, because you will not find all of these in the online store, what you will find in the online, all right, you will find them in the online store. You will not find them all in the catalog. All right, these products were an online exclusive. What you will find in the catalog is the coordinating scrapbook kit. There is a Celebrate Together scrapbooking kit designed to make 6 12x12 layouts. All right, this is in the annual catalog. The other items are just available in the online store there. All right, but that means you can add them. You can add them to any order. And I checked. All right, these items are all currently in stock. The paper, however, has been on low inventory because the paper contains all of the new in colors. All right, all 5 of the newest in colors. So that means the designer series paper here is included in the 15% off in color sale as well. So act fast, don't miss out, okay? You can get 15% off of your designer series paper and any of the other in color products you order. Okay, so our 3 cards here. These are the cutest little cards. They've all got the fun little drinks. I've used all the elements here from the collection. We've got some pretty designer series papers. We've got beautiful floral embossing. Okay, so let's start out first with our strawberry slush card. Okay, so for this one, for each of the cards here, they are 5.5 by 8.5. All right, so we are going to fold these in half. All right, we've got our basic white layer, 4 by 5.25. All right, whoops. So we'll tuck this inside. All right, and make sure you are subscribed to my JessBCreativeCardiology newsletter as well. All right, because I'll send a reminder here of the details for this card kit. I know I've been really bad about sending my newsletter this month. It's been so chaotic. But as this special I'm offering is going through Tuesday, I want to make sure I get that out to you guys. So be sure you subscribe. There's a link in the video description to my newsletter as well. Okay, so I'm using both sides here of this fun pattern of designer series paper. Okay. Oh, Luann, I hope your back feels better. So nice that you can watch YouTube from on the TV from the comfy couch or your recliner, whatever works. All right, so what I did, okay, so I had cut these. All right, so these are actually 4 1/4. This is one piece that was 4 1/4. Here we go. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, full card front size. I trimmed 3/4 of an inch off. Okay, so this is a 3/4 inch strip that I want to use the polka dots as a fun little accent piece here. So we've got this 3/4 by 5 1/2 strip, and we're going to place that right up against the fold of our card, right there from top to bottom, right there along the left side. Okay, then we're going to take the remaining piece. All right, before we glue that down, we want a little bit of contrast here along the seam. So I've cut a strip of Blackberry Bliss. Yours does not necessarily have to be this wide. This is 1 inch by 5 1/2. I had some scraps in my Blackberry Bliss cardstock bag, so that's how I ended up with the 1 inch. All right, you just need something big enough to come right down the edge. All right, we're gonna just hide this behind. We want just a little bit of an accent. Okay, just a fun little Blackberry Bliss pop of color before we glue our front panel on here. All right, so go ahead, make sure you've got good adhesive because we are going all the way to the corners here. All right, so all the way right along the outside edge. Okay, all the way up. There we go, top to bottom. Okay, so it's a full card front. Next, I am using my Stylish Shapes dies. This is the second largest of the stitched circles. All right, from the Stylish Shapes dies, my most used set of dies. Okay, all right, because we need a fun little stitched circle. Now, I do want to make sure that I die cut this, that I stamp this before I glue it down, okay? So for all 3 cards, to make things simple, I am using my Blackberry Bliss ink pad. All right, so for this one, all right, and my stamp set, here we go. All right, so we're celebrating, so I am going to use cheers, just a simple cheers on this card. All right, I've already got it attached to my block, and I'm going to stamp this to the right and in the center. And there we go. All right, now because these are photopolymer and I'm working with a dark purple ink, all right, I do want to make sure that I clean these quickly. All right, the reds and the purples do tend to turn your stamps just a little bit of pink. All right, but if you clean it right away, then the staining is minimal. All right, it does not affect your stamping at all. All right, now that we've got our sentiment on here, we're going to use our dimensionals and pop these. You guys know I like to do a little triangle, little trio of dimensionals here. And it looks like I got some purple ink on me. That's what embellishments are for. All right, so with this one, we are placing our circle down here towards the lower right. All right, not in the very, very corner, but about a 1/2 inch from each side, okay? All right, that allows us, we can still get to see the majority of this fun pattern. All right, and then I've taken one of the sheets. The back side here has those bright purple flowers. Okay, let me show you here. What a full sheet. All right, so on one side, we've got the Blackberry Bliss and Berry Burst flowers, and on the front, we have all these fun sips, right? Cocktails or mocktails, your choice. Okay, we've got lots to choose from. And so I have cut out just a little piece, maybe a little lavender lemonade, okay, for this hot day. And I am going to I'm gonna fussy cut this. All right, the dies will cut out the drinks, but because this one already has the lavender sprig, I'm gonna fussy cut this. All right, however, as you're stamping, you could make whatever drink concoctions you would like. And we do have a little die here so that you can die cut your own little lavenders to put in there. Hi Doris, hello, hello. Welcome to my Stampiversary celebration. 19 years today. So we are using the Celebratory Sips Sweet Collection and making some fun celebratory libations here. All right, so yes, you can use the dies or on this particular sheet with all of the fun drink combos. I am just going to do just a little bit of fussy cutting here. All right. That way too, when I send your card kits, that way you'll be able to have the fun drinks too. All right, because Stampin' Up! Does not allow me to include stamped images. I can, however, include images from the designer series paper. So we're using the lavender. I'm doing some lavender lemonade on this one. I'm gonna save the fun lemon drink for one of the next projects, okay? So we're gonna add a couple dimensionals here to our, as my friend Kylie says, our beveragino. Alrighty. And there we go. And let's go ahead. We need some of these holographic gems. All right, so you can see I've kind of chopped up this piece. This is what a full package looks like. And they are fun little effervescent bubbles on here. So we are going to use, they come in 3 sizes, small, medium, and large. So I'm going to use the large. All right, and then let's do a medium. Let's see here. We'll put a medium up here. Okay, and then we'll do a small. And there we go. All right, so card number 1. All right, and when I mail your card kits, you might have a different selection. Like I said, there's a full sheet of fun beverages here. So I will include 3 with your kit, okay? All right, so card number 1. There we go. Sweet and simple. All right, now for card number 2. All righty, card number 2. We are doing some Timid Tiger. All right, like I said, this Cheers and Sips paper includes all of the new in colors. So we had Strawberry Slush here for the first one. We've got some Timid Tiger for our second card. All right, again, this is 5.5 by 8.5. We are folding at the 4.25 mark. Insert our basic white. Okay. This is 4 by 5.25. Hello. Oh, I feel so bad. I do not know how to pronounce your name. All right. If you can write me a way to spell or to pronounce that phonetically, that would be great. Thank you so much. Hi, Sandy. Hello, hello. All right, let me know too. Are you in the Netherlands? It's Jitske. All right. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the colorful cards. Yes, we are actually hoping to visit, spend a few days in the Netherlands next year for our 25th anniversary on a pre-Iceland trip. We're hoping to spend a little time in Amsterdam and a couple days in Rotterdam as well. So exciting. All right, so on this card, again, we're using both sides of this pretty paper. We've got our florals here and some Timid Tiger and Peach Pie stripes. All right, so what I have done here, I've cut a layer of peach pie. All right, this is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm not gonna glue this down yet. Oh, wonderful. You are in the Netherlands, perfect. All right, so before we glue this down, we are going to adhere our designer series paper. So what I have done here as well, just like on the first card, I took a full sheet, okay? In this case, my piece was 4 by 5 1/4. All right, I am gonna trim that down. Well, no, I think it'll work. All right, so 4 by 5 1/4. All right, but I wanna showcase both sides. So I trimmed a 1/2 inch off, 2 1/2-inch pieces. All right, so that I can have the stripes going down each side. So we're gonna take these stripy pieces. All right, it's just wide enough for your stamp and seal. All right, and so we're gonna lay these up. What I'm doing with the peach pie here is adding a little bit of support behind these pieces, and that way I can add a little bit of ribbon when I go to this as well. Okay, so go ahead and glue these little 1/2-inch strips of the Timid Tiger stripe, all right, on the outside edges here of our peach pie. Okay, and then we're gonna take our florals, all right, the remaining piece, and this is gonna go right down the center. There we go. All right, so it will slightly overlap, all right, the striped pieces on the left and right. That's good. You wanna place this right down the middle. Okay, there we go. So the reason I did that, I want to support it. I want to add a little bit of this beautiful ribbon, this gold stripe, and I want this to go right across the top. So I'm going to cut it a little bit longer here than my card front. And then we'll adhere the ends to the back. So I'm going to place my adhesive all around my card front. Secure the ribbon where I want it. About a 1/2 inch from the top there. There we go. Okay, ends to the back. And then we can mount this to the front. Gives us a little bit of extra strength with that peach pie backing on there. There we go. It'd help if I get this on straight. Okay, there we go. That way we can slip this under here to add our extra layer. Okay. All right, and trim that off. All right, got enough for my next card. Okay, so again, we are using the second largest of these stylish shapes, the stitch circles here. Okay, and let's go ahead, let's use our cheers again. It's on our block, it's ready to go. Okay, and this time we are going to stamp our sentiment. This was in the center right. This is going to be top left. Okay, just like that. And then make sure you clean your stamp, okay? And where did I put my stamp and scrub here? There we go, hidden under my paper. All right, just quickly clean that. Okay, now that we've got this, we can stick this down. Again, a little trio of dimensionals. This time we are going to go right in the center, front and center. There we go. And again, from that large piece with all of the different drinks, I picked a fun one. I'm not sure what kind this is. It looks like we might have some oh, I don't know what kind of herb this is. We've got mint here, so maybe some rosemary, a little bit of rosemary in this one. Some kind of a Bellini maybe. something fun. It looks like it could be, maybe has some peach in it. That would be fun. It is getting to be peach season here in the Northeast. All right. So again, just gently fussy cutting. All right, not getting not too fussy. Just kind of weaving around those little rosemary sprigs. Okay, there we go. All right, add a couple of dimensionals. See how fun and easy these come together. Perfect for a celebration. All right, this would be fun for any kind of party, whatever you might be celebrating, whether it be a Stampiversary or an anniversary, or could be a bridal party or graduation, just girls' night, anything like that. Again, let's use our fun holographic gems here. Add a few of these. Let's go with a small one here. Okay, and then a medium. All right, there we go. What do you think? Card number 2. Are these not so fun? I love it. Super cute and lots of fun. All right, so for our third card, the third in our trio, all right, we are using the Blackberry Bliss. All righty, and again, let's go ahead, fold this in half, 5.5 by 8.5 here. Okay, and our insert is 4 by 5.25. So I love this. Shows you can have, you can make fun and festive cards that don't have to take a long time. That don't have to be fussing. We may be doing some fussy cutting, but we're not being fussy. All right, on this card, I also want to showcase those fun embossing folders. Here we go. Fingers are hiding on me. These are called the Glass and Garden embossing folders. You do get both. All right, so the one looks like etched glass, and the second is this beautiful flower border. So at this time, I have used some bubble bath cardstock. This one as well, cut to 4 by 5.25, and we are going to emboss this layer first. So I want to emboss the right side only. So I am going to line this up. You've even got a little line, a little black line here on the embossing folder that you can use to line up with the edge of your paper. All right, so line that right up in here. This is not a 3D. This is a standard size embossing folder. So with your cut and emboss, you are going to use base number 1. You are going to use adapter number 2, clear plate, right? Look how, not so clear anymore. Clear plate number 3, then your embossing folder with your paper with the fold side going in. All right, and then, oops, excuse me, you do not want the adapter on here. Sorry about that. All right, you can see when you're using standard embossing folders, you have your base. All right, clear plate number 3, embossing folder with the paper, and then your second clear plate number 3. Okay, that is your sandwich. We're gonna run this through our cut and emboss. Okay, a little snap, crackle, pop. Okay, here we go. And check out how beautiful that is. I love it. Gorgeous. Alrighty. So now that we've got this, we are going to use the beautiful purple flowers. Okay. So this strip is 2 inches by 5.25. 2 by 5.25. And we're going to adhere this on the left side of our bubble bath. Okay, Not all the way to the edge. I want a little bit of a border. Okay. So let's pull that down just a little bit. Here we go. Okay, just like that. So you got a little border here. You've got your embossing here. And then we're going to use our beautiful ribbon and we're gonna go right up the middle. Okay, so go ahead and put your adhesive on the back. Place our ribbon here. Let's see, this side is a little shinier, so let's use this one. I don't need it quite that long. Okay. All right, so again, tape the ends to the back. Now we can adhere it to our card front. Just like that. Okay. All right, there we have our third. This is our theme here of the stitched circles. This time, let's change it up a little bit. All right, we've got cheers, but I want to do It's Your Day, Let's Celebrate. All right, so I've lined those up. That's great on your glass mat where you can line up the sentiments. All right, top to bottom, so you can stamp them all at one time. Okay, so for this one, we are going, all right, we're also going to go in the center here. Okay. There we go. It's your day, let's celebrate. Okay, then clean your stamp. Okay. All right, we're done with the ink pad for now, so we're good there. Use our dimensionals. All right, so we did bottom right, we did center, so we are going to go towards the top left, okay, a little bit towards the left with this one. Okay, right about here. Okay, now I think I got my my lemonades mixed up. So I think I might take this one off of here to put over there. Nonetheless, I've got a fun little lemonade out of this one. I'm gonna trim that off so I can use those little flowers on something else. Okay, all right, so save those for another little project. Alrighty, come right around here. All right, these aren't too, oops, actually there's the glass. I went all the way down. You can make a short glass or you can actually leave a little room for some ice right up there in the top. We don't want to spill our drink. Okay, nobody will even notice. We'll just like 3D it there. Okay, now some dimensionals. All right, let's put one right up there on our lemon slice. All right, so I've done 3. This would be cute. All right, but I really like that one. So we are going to mix and match these, okay? I'm going to gently pry off my dimensional. Okay, we're good. And I'm going to place this one over here because that goes with our purples. And I'm going to remove the dimensional backings from this one so that I can have the lemon. Oh yeah, that looks a little better. That way I can have all 3. Okay, so let me grab the rest of that ribbon because we need a fun little bow for our card. So again, just slip the end right underneath. Slide that through, there we go. Okay. Slide it through, tie in a knot. This ribbon ties beautifully. And it will flatten once you place it in the envelope a little bit too. Okay, so just go ahead and trim this off. Yes, it does look better now. Thank you. Now it matches much better. All right, let's go ahead. We need some gems on this one too. Okay, so we've got our gems. Let's see here. We'll do a large. We're going to use all three sizes. A large, we'll do a small, and we'll add a medium. And because we've got our ribbon right up there, I think I'm going to place this one right in our glass. All right, fun little gem, little bubble, little bubbly in there. There we go. Super sweet, and you can change it up too, depending on what your glass is, you know, which part of the paper. My original, I had the little, maybe a little Shirley Temple there with a fun little umbrella drink. All right, so they all look good, a little mix and match. Okay, but these are the Celebratory Sips collection. All right, trio of cards celebrating my 19-year Stampiversary with all of you. Hi, Carmen. Hello, hello. Aw, so glad to have so many of you joining me here live. And if you're watching the replay too, don't forget to leave me a comment and let me know when you're popping in. Dora says she could use a margarita, please. Yes, me too. We should meet up for drinks later. That sounds good. I could go for one of those. Really, any of the fun lavender lemonade, or maybe some kind of like a peach Bellini, any of those. Yes, thank you. Well, spending my Stampiversary with all of you is the best way to do it. I wish we could all be in person, but nonetheless, at least we can meet together via electronically, right? Via YouTube. You might not be here with me, but I'm there with you in your, wherever you may be, at the office, in your living room, in the craft room. So thank you for inviting me into your home. If you would like the materials, the card kit to make these 3 projects, as well as support my Stampiversary and help me reach that 400,000 sales milestone. Again, place your order in my online store. You can order anything. You could order the Cheers and Sips collection. Like I said, the materials, when I looked this morning, everything was in stock. However, the designer series paper is on low inventory because it is part of that 15% off in color sale. So, if you place a Stampiversary order with me here, if your order is $75 or more, I'll send you the card kit. And if your order is $100, then I will also include a full package of the gems. And I've got the catalogs to go out too. Hi, Mary and Corning. Yes, we are practically neighbors. Not far at all. Oh, thank you all so much for popping in and joining me. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Make sure you are subscribed to my JessBCreativeCardiology newsletter. Again, links to that as well as my online store are in the video description. And thank you. So happy to spend my 19-year Stampiversary with you. I hope you enjoyed today's projects. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to seeing you soon, next Tuesday. All right, so Tuesday is a cutoff so that I can get your kits prepped and mailed before we go on our wedding anniversary vacation. Next Tuesday, I plan to do my alternate projects for the August paper pumpkin kit. That was the farmhouse florals. All right, so grab your paper pumpkin kit and join me next Tuesday. If you need a paper pumpkin for this month, if you missed out on one, I have a kit left, one brand new, still in shrink wrap, okay? So again, contact me about that, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Happy stamping. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.